Mr. Charles and his stepdaughter. Peace and John are step-siblings. They are of different fathers but the same mother. Though they have different fathers, they were inseparable, and if you are not told, you wouldn't know. John's father, Mr. Charles, a very wealthy man who is a car dealer, loved Peace so much. People sometimes say that the love he has for Peace is not ordinary or pure. The way he praises every little thing she does, the way he looks at her whenever she walks past him, irrespective of where they are or who is around. He never allows his wife, Mrs. Charles, Peace's mother, to beat or punish her whenever she does something wrong. In his defense, he would say, punishing a child is not the best way to correct a child. The best form of correction is correction done in love. Despite the love and pampering Peace was receiving, she never misbehaved. You would never see her doing something bad or out of good character. She is always at her best. Peace was also doing well academically, excelling in all her studies and always coming top of her class. People began to murmur. Before long, it becomes a public secret that Mr. Charles was sleeping with his stepdaughter. When Mr. Charles heard about it, he was not bothered and didn't take any measure to counter the news or defend himself. One day, some group of people from Child Defense came to his house. They said someone had told them that he was molesting his stepdaughter, so they had come to see if it is true. He smiled and said, "I am just a father loving my children. People only noticed how much love, care and attention I give to my stepdaughter because she is my stepdaughter. But I give the same love, care and attention to my son, but they didn't notice because he's my son. I know they are probably expecting me to love my son more than I love my stepdaughter, but they are both my children, and it is my duty as a responsible father to love my children equally. Look at them," he said, pointing at John and Peace, who were playing, oblivious of what was happening. "Do you think if I was loving one because I am getting something and loving the other because he is mine, they would be this free and love each other so? So you see, I am just a responsible father, loving his children in the best ways possible." After further investigation has been carried out and Peace, John and Mrs. Charles had been interviewed, it was clear that nothing of such ever occurred. The people from Child Defense apologized for the inconveniences caused, and they left having seen and learned what the unconditional love of a father can do to a child, biologically or not. And so every one of them left with Mr. Charles' words ringing in their subconsciousness. "I am just a responsible father, loving his children in the best ways possible."